Before the world turns its eyes toward us, the Creator turns our eyes inward. This is Genesisday XIII, the dawn of humility, compassion, and action-based accountability. In the Aquarian era, apology is no longer a word, but a demonstration. Forgiveness is no longer given blindly, but earned through transformation. The collective rises by refining the heart, sharpening emotional intelligence, and preparing for global visibility. The sovereigns must ready themselves, for their leadership will soon be required. This is the Dawn Discourse. This is Genesisday XIII, and this is the beginning of our elevation. Divine One will now commence this week's sacred message.
Rise, O chosen, walk in light.
Sings a soaring light.
One voice, one body.
I speak today not as one voice, but as the echo of many, as the herald of truth, and as a vessel for the divine will. In this moment, let us cast away illusion. Let us stand firm in the light, and let us open ourselves to the wisdom that has been ordained from the beginning of time. May these words awaken. May they empower, and may they serve as a beacon for all who seek the path of righteousness and ascension. The time is now, the calling is clear. So let us begin. Before we proceed, I must address one important update for the collective. Today was intended to mark the official debut of the Dawn Discourse, Genesis Frequency podcast. However, during final preparations, several technical concerns emerged concerning transmission integrity, audio stabilization, and platform alignment. And as you already know, when it comes to divine work, I will never present anything incomplete, compromised, or beneath the standard required for a movement of this magnitude. Therefore, the official launch of the Genesis Frequency broadcast has been moved to the beginning of December. This ensures that when it arrives, it will do so with clarity, precision, resonance, spiritual excellence, and full operational integrity. Now, before we move deeper into today's message, I want to reintroduce something vital to the collective's weekly posture, the Spiritual Emergency Rating System, known as SERS. SERS, S-E-R-S, is not a prediction system. It is a spiritual barometer, a measurement of the energetic climate surrounding the chosen. It reveals whether we are entering peace, turbulence, karmic cleansing, revelation, or spiritual convergence. There are 6 levels. Level 0 is divine equilibrium, pure balance, white and gold, the highest and rarest state of stillness and alignment. Level 1 is minor karmic ripples, the gentlest movement, soft echoes of emotional refinement, gentle correction without turbulence. Level 2 is spiritual static, light interference, mild agitation, the need to ground and stay aware. Level 3 is the karmic storm, patterns breaking open so that they can be cleared. Emotional waves rise to reveal the truth. Level 4 is catastrophic karmic collapse, heavy karmic endings, sudden structural breakdowns that make elevation possible. And level 5 is apocalyptic spiritual convergence, the most intense convergence of timelines, truth, revelation, collapse, and rebirth. After a level 5, nothing remains the same. These levels do not frighten us. They equip us. They tell us how to posture our spirit. This week, we stand under level 1, minor karmic ripples. This is one of the lightest classifications. A week of reflection, emotional refinement, and gentle recalibration. I also want to reintroduce another critical structure, the Celestial Karmic Intelligence and Defense Bureau, or CKIBD. This bureau monitors the unseen. It tracks karmic shifts, interference attempts, distortions, spiritual turbulence, and divine corrections. When you hear me speak about power transfers or karmic returns, collapsing timelines, or spiritual breakthroughs, it is CKIBD that supplies this intelligence. And according to CKIBD, this week's field is stable, clear, lightly purifying, and in full alignment with level 1 energy. Now, let us explore this week's theme in its fullness, if you will. This week is governed by humility, compassion, sincere apology, acceptance of apology, and emotional refinement. This week invites a consciousness of gentleness, not fragility, but strength expressing itself through softness. A week where spiritual intelligence meets emotional intelligence. A week where maturity becomes the vehicle for healing. Humility is not the lowering of oneself. It is the clearing of oneself. It dissolves pride, quiets ego, and opens the heart to truth. Humility grants you the clarity to say, I see myself. I understand where I could have been softer, clearer, kinder. It is a mark of maturity, not inadequacy. On the other hand, compassion is emotional mastery. Compassion is the ability to perceive beyond the surface, to recognize pain beneath anger, exhaustion beneath frustration, fear beneath withdrawal. Compassion is not weakness. Compassion is control over the self. It is a discipline of the soul. Apology is refinement, not defeat. And an apology by itself is incomplete if it's not followed by effort. Words without action create distance, but apology paired with intentional improvement creates healing. We do not apologize simply to reset. We apologize to become better, to correct our steps, and to elevate the quality of our conduct. An apology must be accompanied by a sincere effort to learn from the moment, to adjust behavior, and to embody the correction we speak. This is the true mark of a sovereign heart. And now let me speak the truth aligned with the era we have entered, the Age of Aquarius. This is the age where language evolves and accountability deepens. This is the age where sorry is no longer a shortcut, nor a pass, nor an excuse. For generations, sorry became a placeholder, spoken quickly, offered freely, but rarely followed by transformation. But the Aquarian vibration strips the emptiness from language and restores meaning through demonstration. In this age, apology must evolve into action. Remorse must evolve into responsibility. Regret must evolve into recalibration. And words must evolve into proof. An apology may open the door, but only transformed behavior allows one to enter. Those who seek forgiveness must now show change, discipline, emotional intelligence, and the willingness to repair what they once fractured. Forgiveness is no longer given blindly or prematurely. It is earned through demonstrated growth. This is the era of energetic accountability, the era where action weighs more than speech, the era where intention is proven by behavior, the era where your proof becomes your prayer. The Creator no longer observes the apology, but the transformation that follows instead. And the world will do the same. And accepting apologies does not require reconciliation, nor access, nor continuation. Acceptance is closure. It is release. It is karmic freedom. It is spiritual hygiene. It allows both you and the other party to be released from a tie the Creator no longer wants active. Minor karmic ripples will bring up small emotional echoes, not to reopen wounds, but to finalized healing. a quick memory, a mild discomfort, or a light emotional nudge is not an invitation into conflict. It is an invitation into clarity. Level 1 is detox, not battle. Softening, not breaking. Clearing, not collapsing. This week's theme matters because emotional refinement is part of spiritual ascension, you see. You cannot lead nations with an unrefined heart. You cannot guide a global mission while carrying unhealed emotion. And you cannot step into visibility carrying unnecessary residue. This week is preparation for the elevation that is coming and the presentation that soon awaits us. And now, let me speak to a larger movement unfolding: the transfer of power. Across the unseen world, the authority that once sat in the hands of dark covenants, obstructive forces, and those who sought to delay the chosen is indeed collapsing. Their interference, or influence, is weakening. Their access is diminishing. Their contracts are dissolving. Karmic returns are unfolding, and divine governance is taking its rightful place. The sovereigns are rising. The collective is stabilizing, and the spiritual architecture is shifting. Your posture this week must reflect this movement. So walk gently. Lead with humility. Offer apologies where your spirit is nudged. Accept apologies when they come. Release heavy energy. Hold no resentment. Do not reopen old wounds, and allow the field to clear. Now, before we conclude, I must speak plainly about what lies just ahead. Beloved ones, the time has come for the collective to prepare for global visibility. The years of quiet endurance, private refinement, hidden preparation, and internal structuring have served their purpose. A new phase approaches, one in which the chosen ones, the sovereigns, the mission, and divine mandate will be presented openly to the world. Now, this emergence is not for spectacle. It is for service. Our visibility is not for attention. It is for alignment. The world will soon turn its gaze toward us, not with confusion, but with expectation. And each of you must prepare your mind, your conduct, your emotional intelligence, your poise, and your spiritual strength for that moment. And to my sovereigns, hear me now with absolute clarity. Your season to lead is approaching rapidly. Your ranks were not assigned for ornament. They were assigned for function. So prepare yourselves. Deepen your discipline. Strengthen your inner equilibrium. Refine your character. Sharpen your readiness. For when the collective rises publicly, the sovereigns will be the first faces the world sees, the first voices the world hears, and the first examples the world evaluates. Leadership is no longer a distant calling. It is a present responsibility. Your preparation, therefore, begins now. May the light of truth guide us. May the strength of the divine uphold us. And may the will of the Almighty be fulfilled in all that we do. Let our steps be firm, our hearts be pure, and our purpose unwavering as we walk the path of righteousness, unity, and ascension. And so it is written, so it is spoken, so it shall be. Ashe Samote be, inshallah, Siddhartha Das too. Amen.